In this lecture, guys, I'm going to show you how to morph from one shape to another, or to morph a shape into another. And I leave it to you later on to use your imagination to create some very interesting motion graphics. To morph shapes, of course, you want the shape tool, but also you want to make sure that Bezier path is checked. If it is not checked and later on you convert to Bezier path, it's not going to work. You're going to have a jerky animation, and it's pretty hard to fix, by the way. So from this point, when you selected your polygon, for example, tool with the Bezier path, let's draw a polygon as simple as this. This is the polygon, put it over here. Then in a brand new layer, let's select now the polystar, for example. I will go to star and then create a polystar. In fact, they are both polystars. So now you have the first shape and you want to morph it into the other shape. That's pretty easy. Since you have created a path, if you look under polystar, you will find that you have path 1, and of course you have a path. That's pretty cool. Let's come over here to 1 second and keyframe the path. Then let's go back to the polystar where we will have the destination path. Select the destination path and press Ctrl C or Command C on the Mac. Come back to our initial shape. This is the one, and then go at 3 seconds, after 2 seconds, and simply press Ctrl V or Command V on the Mac. Now notice what's happening exactly. I'll select shape 1 and change the color. Let's make it, for example, white or gray, something like this. If you scrub through, the initial shape has been transformed through the path into the second shape. That's very interesting. Okay, guys? Right. But how is this happening? How did After Effects decide that this point over here, or this vertex, is coming to this one? Okay, that's the initial one to this one. Well, it's pretty easy. There is the concept of the first vertex. If you select the path over here, you notice that one of the vertices, or a point if you like, is a big square. This is called the first vertex. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but nevertheless. And then if you take the second one here, there is also the first vertex. If you scrub through, you will notice that the first vertices are matching. They take each other position. Let's put this one off, and you will notice that it's exactly on the same position. Here you are. Okay, but you can change that. Let's go to the first keyframe. You must be on a keyframe to do these changes, otherwise it will create a new keyframe. So I will go to the first keyframe here, and then using the selection tool, I will shift click somewhere and decide, okay, this might be the first vertex. I will right click, go to mask and shape, and change the set first vertex. It's very easy. Then if you scrub through, you will notice now that the first vertex I set here will match the first vertex set in the destination. And you can also change the destination itself. If you come to the destination over here and right click, make sure you are on the keyframe. Otherwise it will create a new keyframe, and you right click, say mask and shape path, set first vertex. Notice now it's gonna match them, and you notice that the animation or the way it's morphing has changed. Not very beautiful, but it's practical because you can change it. Cool. Now I'm going to tell you about the things that you can do that will drive you crazy and this animation doesn't work. Let's go, for example, to the destination shape. Okay, let's put the other one off. And you decide, okay, this shape is a star, is fine, but I want to transform it. I'm going to use transformation here. I'm going to skew it a bit, for example. Okay, and maybe rotate it, I don't know. Okay, and then skew it. Here you are. I will skew it a bit. Okay. Then, of course, you want to copy the path again. So Ctrl C to copy it and Ctrl V to paste it on the keyframe. Now notice exactly what happened. The transformation did not work. The Ctrl V did not work. Why is that? Because when you created the initial path, this was the path, right? But then you induced the transformations. When you press Ctrl C on the path, it does not copy the transformation at all. And it's pretty hard to copy them with Ctrl C and Ctrl V. You must come back here and do the same transformations. So please, guys, when you create a path, After Effects will remember the initial path and will not copy your transformations. Okay, so how do you remedy to that? How do you fix it? I will just undo, so we don't have any transformations on the destination. So how do you change this shape here? Well, you cannot use the transformations as you have seen. You have to alter or change the mask. For example, let's come to the destination, okay, and change the destination path. I can double click on it for a free transform. Notice the path is on, and for example, make it smaller, okay, move it if you like to. Okay, I'm working on the path here. I'm not working on any transformation if you notice. And maybe you can shift click on the path itself. Here you are, and then do other transformations. For example, moving the vertices around. Here you are. That's a nice guy. Then, of course, you are going to copy the path. Ctrl C, you will copy it. Come back to the initial one. Make sure you are on the keyframe and you paste. And here you are. It's working at 100%. Notice what's happening. Okay, it sits. Let's put off the last one, the destination, and you have your animation. Pretty nice, guys. So this is the concept of morphing. It works and it's very beautiful, but just be careful on the vertices and be careful how you change the destination and even the initial path. Thank you very much for listening. I'll see you in the next lecture.